All right, this is Danny with the Crypto Show, and I'm here in South Dakota, Rapid City, South Dakota. I'm actually a new resident here via America's Mailbox, so I live here, but I really don't.
Well, I feel like I'm a resident here. This is my third time to Rapid City in 7 weeks.
So
Yeah.
I'm here with Sheriff Mack, and I actually first met you in 2012 on the trail with Ron Paul. I was a delegate back then, and I started listening to what you had to say about the DPSOA. Is it right?
CSPOA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Constitutional Sheriffs
And
Association
Peace
of America,
Officers
right?
Association.
And what it is about the last line of defense and the sheriffs, and
Correct.
and that's always stuck with me. And I've always told people about, hey, what a great idea this is. It's the sheriff is the guy who we really need to be paying attention to in the county.
Right.
And it was all lip service until COVID started, and I was in Lake Havasu City, Arizona. And the sheriff of Mojave County said, hey, guess what? We're not going to prosecute anybody. Y'all can open your businesses and
Sheriff
do whatever
Schuster.
you want.
Sheriff Schuster.
Yeah.
Yep.
So tell me more about the organization that you started, or I don't know, did you start? Tell me
Yes.
the whole. Okay.
Yeah, I started the whole thing. And really it all started back in 1994 when I first sued the Clinton administration. Can you imagine?
Oh,
A
man.
small town sheriff sues Goliath, sues the Clintons,
Yeah.
Janet Reno, Clintons, the whole 9 yards. And I was just a small town sheriff, but the overreach of the federal government this time commandeered the office of sheriff, and I sued and I won at the United States Supreme Court. Everybody needs to look up that case. But the thing of it is, what we proved is that the sheriff is the ultimate authority in the county. And if you need protection from the IRS, the EPA, the FDA, the FBI, the DEA, on and on, USDA, and the ones that I bring out the most, Amish farmers.
Right.
Amish farmers don't believe in technology. They do not pasteurize their milk. So what do state and federal agents do? They try to put them in jail. They do literally SWAT team raids on their food co-ops in front of their children even. And I'm tired of the thugs of the federal government getting away with all of this. And every sheriff in this country has a responsibility to stop it. And this has gone way too far. That is not America. That is not appropriate. It's not constitutional. And we shouldn't be treating people like that. Amish farmer Sam Gerard got 6 years in prison, in federal prison, because he didn't get permission from the FDA to make a salve out of chickweed. Now, folks, I don't care how you slice it. Putting people in prison for that is wrong. This is a federal government that is hell-bent on creating criminals, not discovering criminals, but creating them. They make good people criminals.
Yeah, I mean, even the FBI, what was the deal when there was some retarded guy, a kid, I don't know if he was retarded, but he was a lower mental capacity, and they called him out as being a terrorist in a mosque. And what it ended up being was a bunch of FBI agents conning him into doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, they're always doing stuff like that.
And I disagree with Sean Hannity that says the rank and file in the FBI are all good guys. No, what they are a bunch of people who are Nuremberg officers who will do anything they're told. They just follow orders. Well, that was the Nuremberg defense. And we need to all get back to the Constitution, and the ultimate protector of the Constitution in your county here in Pennington, or in my county in Graham County, Arizona, doesn't matter where you are. The ultimate authority is your sheriff, and he has a duty to uphold and defend the Constitution and protect you and protect me from all enemies, both foreign and domestic. And what I want to make sure, and that's what we train to do at the CSPOA, we train sheriffs and all public officials to put liberty first, not statistics, not how many tickets we can write, not how many arrests we can make or DUI checkpoints we can run. And a lot of that is okay. Some of it's not, some of it is. We can still do our jobs as cops and keep the number one goal as protecting liberty.
Can you outline any examples where the sheriff has that you know of, where the sheriff's actually stepped in and
lots of them.
Say, like you mentioned, the IRS, maybe the IRS or the DEA is coming after somebody in a certain county?
Yeah.
Do you remember?
There's lots of them. They're in my book. They're in my books. If you read the book, Are You a David? Also the book, the County Sheriff, America's Last Hope. Get both of them at CSPOA.org, and they detail this. But okay, the first one, Sheriff Dave Madison, Bighorn County, Wyoming. He stood against the IRS, wouldn't let him get, fantastic constitutional sheriff. We didn't even invent this constitutional sheriff movement yet, but he was what was he? He was trying to keep his oath and trying to do his job. And he saw crimes being committed by the IRS and he tried to stop it, okay? So Dave Madison, that's way back in the early 90s,
Right.
okay? I sued the Clintons in 1994. In 1995, I kicked out the EPA and Army Corps of Engineers, and because they wouldn't let us fix a bridge. Then the county went to fix the bridge without their permission, and they tried to arrest them. I'm telling you, they tried to arrest the county commissioners.
Wow.
And the maintenance people. So I told the Army Corps of Engineers and the EPA that they're not arresting anybody in my county. And they left town, we fixed the bridge, nobody went to jail, and the people were served. You see, when the government becomes the obstacle for liberty, that's when the sheriffs need to stand up.
Awesome.
And especially on the Second Amendment.
As far as politics go, national, I don't know that it's even any good to worry about voting, but on a local level, it's obviously, that's going to help you. So for your city councils and stuff like that, how does somebody get involved and find out more about what sheriff they could get and, to get done?
The $10,000 question, very good. Okay, you must have a relationship with your sheriff. You need to know who he is. Go ask, go take him a plate of cookies. All cops like that. You don't have to make it donuts, it can be cookies, okay? But go talk to him. Ask him, are you a constitutional sheriff? Ask him. And then have a conversation with him after that. Ask him if he's going to help government have you take the vaccination.
Right.
No.
And what about like having local groups of people get together and approach the sheriff and ask for certain things that they want? How would they go about doing that?
Make an appointment with him, go and do it. Make an appointment, take him cookies, go do it. Do not give up, okay? And then if he won't meet with you, tell him you guys are going to start campaigning against him and donating to somebody to run against him, okay?
Yeah.
One way or the other, he's going to finally listen. But it's up to you. Okay, I run a national organization, Constitutional Sheriffs and Peace Officers Association. Don't expect me to convert your sheriff. That's where you come in. He works for you and you're the ones that elect him. He doesn't work for me. But I will follow up and we'll help him. We'll bring our training out to you, our constitutional training for law enforcement. We do it nationwide. You can't do any of this without being trained and educated.
Awesome. And what's a good website for someone to learn about how they can petition or lobby their
Folks,
sheriff to act the way you ought to?
The most important website in America, CSPOA, Constitutional Sheriffs Peace Officers Association, CSPOA.org. We've got all the materials right there for you.
All right. Thanks a lot. It's a pleasure seeing you again,
Thanks.
too.
Yeah, good to see you.